Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of the Have You Ever Played podcast, the only podcast on the internet that uses Jeff Keighley's face mask in Among Us to scare the children. Today, we are going to be talking about the Game Awards before the Game Awards. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, we're just going to send it. I'm Matt, aka Matt Fun Dude. I'm with my in-house analyst, James.
Yes, I'm James, aka James04E.
Yeah, I'm hoping James has played more of these games than I have. Is one of
Maybe.
the game of the year up like a game from the GBA era or like a game from like 2004? Because that's what I've been playing. Just
Definitely.
random games from
For
different
sure.
decades. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
some
game
some of
of
this
a
might be
year.
word of mouth based ratings.
Yeah,
Cuz yeah.
I'm gonna let's just I have no idea what anything is up for anyway. So we have decided that we may try to do a live stream of the Game Awards show when it happens, and we'll have to deal with things like muting the stream when any copyrighted thing happens.
Man,
And but it'll be kind of fun.
we'll get to learn
So
about a lot of games.
yeah, and there's announcements sometimes for random stuff. Isn't the Game Awards like really long though? I can't remember.
It's kind of long. Yeah. They do
All
other
right.
stuff besides the Game Awards there usually.
You know what? I'm committing to it. I think it'll be fun. So let's get it. Let's get
Yes.
it on Thursday. I believe it's Thursday at 8 or whatever. 8
Thursday at
EST.
7:30.
Yeah. We'll try to get the stream going. But anyway, this is a very low key episode where it's like one of the side quests. Just cuz we're in between games. James, just a little housekeeping. Have you started playing Symphony of the Night at all? The next game we are going to be covering on the
I
show?
played it a little bit after struggling immensely to get it to work on the emulator because the tutorial I was using didn't tell me I needed to download the PlayStation 1 BIOS.
Yeah, that's the thing about PlayStation 1
Yeah.
emulation. You always kind of need the BIOS, and it's unclear. Luckily, you're in the world of Duck Station, which is so much better than the old alternative, which I think was like PSXXX, whatever. Uh,
I
it
think I
was
remember
some
PSX
emulator.
actually.
Is it called? I don't remember what it was called. There's also it was EPSXE, and there's also like BizHawk or
It's
whatever.
definitely
But
a name.
oh, dude, PS1 and PS2 emulation is in such a better spot than it used to be. It
Hmm.
was the time of in emulators, everything was a plugin. You wouldn't have like a dedicated video like option. Like if you download like Dolphin or something, that emulator just has everything in it. Back in the
Hmm.
day, you'd have to download like it would be like Jonah's GPU driver 16 version, and then you would have to pair that with like Dana Lord's audio driver, and that, or it's not drivers, but it was like audio plugin, and you'd have
Hmm.
to mix and match and watch videos for each game. It was a pain, but now you can play video games, or you could just play it on a PS1, buddy. Do you have a PS1?
Not. I actually never had a PS1. I had a PS2 and I had a GameCube. Those were my first non-portable consoles.
Yeah, I had a PS2. I mean, by having a PS2, it means you have a PS1 because you can play backwards compatible.
Yeah.
And way later in life, I just received a free PS1. I've never actually turned it on or played on the actual PS1, but I have played on the PS3 like virtual console equivalent PS1 and also the PS2. But
Hmm.
anyway, James, have you played any of it? I know you said you were setting up, but did you play any of it yet?
I basically set up and like started it up to make sure the controls and all those things were working. But no,
Hmm.
I didn't play very much.
Okay, I'm excited to see what you think of the game, especially because as someone who's played it a couple times, there's a lot of things that I kind of know,
Hmm.
and I've been streaming it, and I keep hitting points where I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what James does here, or like, man, I can't wait to tell James about the thing I'm doing here that he's gonna be like. Yeah, the game was really good except for that part where I couldn't do the thing for 20 hours, and I'll be like, haha, you could the whole time. But
Man.
I don't know. I find so much joy in discussing how different our playthroughs of games are.
Yeah, we have very very different approaches.
Yeah, in my Amnesia stream, I was playing that game and I was just walking into like a doorway. There was a water level in that game, and I was walking on a barrel and I clipped into the ceiling out of bounds, and I just like skipped the entire segment. And it's just like things
Jesus
like that just happen to
Christ.
me on stream. I'm like, I wasn't trying to do that. It just happened, you know?
Yeah,
I just cannot play a game as intended.
man.
But
All right, we
anyway,
should probably.
speaking of playing games that aren't
Yes,
intended, best esports categories. Who plays games is a esport in current year?
man. Who
Well, I guess we'll find
sports
out.
with E?
All right, James, you wanna tell me all about the best esports event category? Wait, okay, what is this? There we go. Do you want to read
Oh,
out? I guess the best way to do this is just read out all of the potential things to vote on.
yeah. So there's Evo 2022,
Mm-hmm.
2022 League of Legends World Championship, PGL Major Antwerp. There's no way that's how you pronounce it. The 2022 Midseason Invitational and Valorant Champions 2022. So I'm gonna be
Now,
honest. I only watched one of these and only the finals.
is it the Invitational? Is that the Dota?
No, the international
Oh,
isn't on it this year. But I watched the League of Legends finals.
oh, how was that?
Um, apparently they were good. I was just watching it the whole
Oh,
time. Like damn. Like if this was a Dota game, they would have killed people like 10 times by now.
fair enough. I see Evo. I see fighting game. I think
Yeah,
Evo. Who owns Evo now? Someone bought. Didn't Pokimane? Why am I?
I have no
Didn't
idea.
didn't didn't they buy Evo? Or they didn't buy Evo. This is the worst take of all time. They they have a stake in Evo or something like that. I just realized we're being like recorded on a live forum. Um, with no fact checking. I think your mic went
Yeah.
offline.
Wait, did
We are back. There was a scary moment where it was saying that James was offline for some reason, but he is clearly online, so we're back.
yes.
So yeah, best esports category. Now all these categories basically show up in the tiny like sidebar between commercials because I guess not a lot of people care that much,
Hmm.
which is sad, but it's kind of what they do. They kind of shove them in the corner.
Yeah.
And I realized I can actually vote. So let's vote as one unit. What are we thinking? Because
Okay.
Evo
Well,
is exists.
yeah. Evo's always great from what I hear. League of Legends World Championship. They actually had a really good like opening ceremony for the finals. Um, PGL Major Antwerp. I did not watch. I believe that's CS:GO. Midseason Invitational is League again, and Valorant Champions is obviously Valorant.
Hmm. Let's just vote for League of Legends for comedy.
Yes.
Um, just because like yeah, I'm so outside of esports. Oh, here we go. Should we even like best esports coach? Like, do you even know any of these people?
I know the Navi coach.
Okay,
Vote
we
for
then
him.
we yeah
Blade
let's do it. Let's do it.
B1AD3. That's my
Yeah,
guy.
wait. Who has the most gamerific username? We'll vote for them.
So B183, Buzka, Doom Bros, Roban, and Score. Okay, it's Blade. Come
Yeah,
on.
I also
Let
agree.
let's
And
be
the
real.
fact,
That's
yeah,
that's an Xbox 360 name.
yeah,
He sees
I
a
think
couple
this is,
X's in there.
I think this is the most honest way to vote on this category. I think
Yeah,
this is
I
what
mean we're
everyone
we're doing
does.
the best we can.
Everyone who isn't like in the know, at least, I think they do this.
All right, there actually
Uh,
is a team that I recognize in here, but I need to look something up really
okay,
quick.
best esports team. We have Dark Zero Esports. So this is the category of best esports team. We didn't. I don't think we said the last category. It was best esports coach. This is best esports team. We have Dark Zero Esports for Apex Legends, the FaZe Clan from every single multiplayer video game where a child has that in their username, or
Yes,
CS:GO. Gen G or Gengi. I don't know who they are.
it's
They're from
Genji.
League.
It's
Okay.
Genius Genius.
LA Thieves for Call of Duty. I didn't
Yeah.
even really know people played that
LA
competitively.
Thieves is 100 Thieves, the esports org.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it's
And
like a
Loud from
franchising thing.
Valorant. I
Um,
just realized. Yeah, sorry.
this is kind of interesting because I know of Loud. I know they're like the most tweeted about esports organization in the world. Apparently, they're like a Brazilian organization. They won Valorant champions, so
Okay.
apparently they're a big deal. I don't know much about them, obviously, because like I'm not I'm not that into Valorant, and I'm also not. I don't speak Spanish.
I like the name
Unfortunately,
Loud. I'm voting for them.
damn. you didn't even get. You didn't even let
No,
me
no,
talk about
no.
Dark Zero. Damn.
Oh, you can talk about Dark
I
Zero.
do. I
I
do
think.
actually know Dark Zero. They're an Apex team. They won the
Oh,
last two lands.
we can't change the vote.
Damn.
Oh no. All
Well,
right, whatever. Loud's cool
I like Loud because
as a
that's a
name.
cool name. Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Here's another name. Best esports athlete. Interesting.
So
All
there's
right.
Chovy,
Mm-hmm.
Faker, Kerrigan, Simple, and Yay. So I actually know three of these people. I
I
know.
know Faker from every single game awards being nominated, and
Yes,
Simple. I think
everybody knows Faker. Yes, Faker and Simple are like faces of their respective games. Yay is apparently a really good Valorant player. I've seen him play a little, but
I
like,
like his photo of his. I like his
yes,
pose. I like the vibe.
yeah,
I'm
that's
getting a
because
good
like
vibe.
apparently and like because of how he because of how he plays, people call him El Diablo. So he's doing like devil horns,
I
even
just
though
feel
apparently he's a really nice guy.
I feel extremely weird talking about any esports thing because we're like, this guy's probably a really nice guy, and then just like we'll talk about it's like, oh look, there's Joey Esport, and it's like he's probably really nice, and like a week later, it just comes out, it's like this man is literally the devil. He did
Yes.
everything, every allegation, he did it.
I
I'm
mean,
just
if we're
gonna
talking
vote for
most
him.
gamer name though, it would be Simple because he has a one instead of an I.
That's true, but let's
But
just
yeah,
all right. Here
Yay
we go.
is
Best
cool.
esports game. I can actually weigh in on this, kind of, not really, but all right, let's think about this. So, this is just the best esports game that has delivered the best overall esports experience.
Exclusive
I guess
tournaments.
irrespective of genre. So it's like including the community and all that stuff. I think
Um.
Dota 2 honestly does a pretty good job
So
of
yeah, if
their big invitational thing,
yeah,
or
not even like
international.
necessarily being biased because I'm a Dota player. Like if we're talking like community support, Valve actually does a really good job. People will tell you like, oh, they don't do enough, but like the thing is, every community thinks their devs don't do enough. That's just the
Hmm.
reality of video games. But like if you engage with multiple communities, you'll actually realize like how much your own games communities or your own games devs are doing for it. So I think I actually would vote Dota here, like no bias.
Yeah, I forgot we should name when we read the category, we should name each thing in it. So Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant are up for best esports game. Yeah,
Yes,
no, I've heard good things about Dota 2 in
the
terms of what is it called? Is it the
international.
international?
Yeah,
And that's like a really big I think that's like a Valve run tournament, right?
yeah, that's like the final tournament of like the year for them essentially,
Hmm.
or the
I
final tournament
mean,
of the circuit rather.
if I'm thinking community wise, like I don't know about CS:GO or like League really.
I know.
Community or Val. Like honestly, all every esports game is kind of toxic in a way. I mean,
I do
Rocket League's
know.
fun. I like Rocket League, but it's I don't know.
So I do know the Rocket League community is actually generally happy. The League community is very upset. Valorant kind of goes hand in hand with that. And CS, I believe they are currently at the stage of complaining that the game isn't on Source 2 yet.
I just think yeah, I don't know. Maybe we go with Dota 2. That I mean, I think it's your call here with the
Yeah,
esports. You're more invested.
we can just go Ditto.
Okay.
Ditto
Let's go
12.
for I'm a Rocket League fan. I play Rocket League, but I'm not nearly at that
Yeah.
level.
Oh, this
All
is one
right,
we can
here's
weigh in on.
something. All right. So I might have a controversial pick on this one. The most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. So there's Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and then Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. So I think I know which one might win. Well, actually, I don't know. There's between two of them maybe. What's your
Hmm.
take?
Well, because of the author, Hogwarts Legacy is not winning. I can
Okay,
say
yeah,
that
yeah.
for sure.
I
Um,
feel like that game could be okay.
yeah, it looks like a
I
great game.
I don't know. It's either gonna be the worst game like of all, like just garbage, or it's gonna be like pretty decent.
Yeah, I've seen gameplay. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Um, Final Fantasy, what is that? 16?
Yes.
God, the Roman numerals. I know very little about this game, but the guy in the picture looks cool. He has a demon arm. That
Yes,
makes me
it's a
excited.
okay. I like your thinking. He's glowing for the viewers at home or the listeners at home. There is a an anime man who is glowing. He has a demonic arm, a la Dante, a la Nero actually from Devil May Cry, and he has a sword that is also glowing.
I just
Um,
realized, why does he have like shoulder armor and a cape, but no chest armor, and he's just wearing pants?
because he has impeccable abs and a sense of style. Okay,
Why?
nothing's getting through that abs.
Oh my god.
Um, but yeah. So here's the deal with Final Fantasy 16. I really, really liked Final Fantasy 15, even though I played
Hmm.
it at launch and it was kind of bad. But on PC now, when it's has all the updates, it's actually like really, really fun, and I genuinely like it. And I don't think it's necessarily the best game ever. I just have this weird like, oh man, it's just like a game that I'm enjoying. And
Hmm.
yesterday I just started replaying the game, so I'm doing a full additional playthrough of this game, which is like pretty crazy for a game as long as a Final Fantasy 15.
Based.
But yeah, so I'm actually really excited for 16, even though it might be garbage or whatever. It looks like Witcher meets Final Fantasy, which is kind of weird. It's like
Hmm.
Witcher 3 meets Final Fantasy from the trailers they showed. But yeah, I would say that's what I'm probably most anticipating. The
Hmm.
other games is, hey, look, we made Resident Evil 4 remake. I
Yeah,
thought that came out, but
I thought that came out as well. So is it a remake or is it a remaster? Because I
it's a
feel like every time I
remake.
ask, people give me really weird answers.
At least I think it's a remake.
I hope I remember. God, was it Final Fantasy One that had the really weird doors? They like reworked
Uh,
some. There was some or not Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fan. I mean,
Resident Evil
Yo.
One. Sorry,
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
why I said Final Fantasy. Yeah, was it Resident Evil One that had the really weird doors? And people were really happy that it didn't exist in the remake.
I don't know. I've only played. Oh, yeah, probably because they have like the first person door like opening scary
Yeah,
moments. Is that what's in there?
yeah, I think
I
so.
ha- I haven't played. I've only played Final Fantasy like 7 and 8 and 5 and 6. I haven't played any of the ones that are considered like the horror classic good ones, like 4 and 2. But I've played the
Guys,
garbage
we are really
co-op
confusing
ones.
Final Fantasy and Resident Evil. Jesus
Did
Christ.
did I
They,
also say Final
yeah, they're
Fantasy?
so similar, man.
Yeah, no,
They're
Resident
two
Evil.
word
I've not
titles
played.
with lots of
Yeah, I've only.
numbers.
Oh god, there's so many of them, and there's so many of each of those games too, and spin-offs.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
then there's Starfield, which I think will win. Maybe I think it's gonna be between Starfield or Legend of Zelda for who will actually win this.
yeah, probably. I
I
don't know.
don't.
I
I'll
don't know
play
though.
Starfield. I don't
Are
really
people
care.
still that excited about Bethesda games? I
I
feel
think
like
so.
yeah, I feel like people kind of have like a sour taste in their mouth from Fallout 76, but I haven't been like following that much, so
Well,
I don't know.
here's the deal. It's like I don't really care. I have not followed Starfield at all. I genuinely don't care about it.
Hmm.
But if it comes out, I'll play it and it'll probably be fun. But I think there's people who are like really hyped for it.
Yeah,
So,
man, I just want
and
Elder Scrolls
then
6
Nintendo, and then there's just
or
hey, Breath
5.
of the
Wait,
Wild
was it
again, and I
5?
mean it'll be good. I'm sure it'll be really good, but I don't know. I'm voting for Final Fantasy. I'm voting for the
Pog.
16th mainline game in a series.
I agree. That guy looks very cool.
Yeah,
His
I don't know.
complete disregard for consistency in his armor is Pog.
I'm going through all the Final Fantasies. At least I'm trying. I beat one. I have such a weird trajectory right now where I've beaten Final Fantasy
Hmm.
One, the Pixel remake.
Hmm.
I've played some of the other ones. Started. I'm like on disc 2 of 7. I'm replaying 15. I played some of a lot of them. I don't know. I'm like
Hmm.
all over the place with that
Yeah,
series.
I've played Final Fantasy 7. I played the prequel game that was on PSP, and I played Final Fantasy 10 on PS2. Oh, this is a hard one.
All right, the best adaptation category, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. We have Arcane, a League of Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 the movie, and Uncharted the movie, a movie I forgot existed. Is
Why
that
is
Mark Wahlberg?
Uncharted there?
It's like Mark Wahlberg and like it's young Spider-Man.
Tom
What's his
Holland.
Tom Holland? Yeah.
uh,
What a just a bad choice for casting.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Maybe Mark Wahlberg should have been the main character.
Yeah, I think everyone has that take. I don't know. It's just a weird choice. No one saw that movie though. Who cares? That's not gonna win. It might win as a meme, maybe. I don't know.
So, I think it's really between Arcane and Cyberpunk Edge Runners. But what's interesting about this is the wording. It says recognizes outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. So technically, if we're talking about adapting a video game, Arcane is technically not like yes, the lore is used and stuff like that, but like if we're actually talking about like the stuff you play in League of Legends, it's not necessarily the same. But like Cyberpunk is literally like the same city that you are in the video game, and like they even added stuff from the anime into the game. So if we really want to be technical, I could say it should go to Edge Runners. But if we're talking like just quality of the series, it's easily Arcane.
You see, I haven't seen either of those, and I've been meaning to watch both of them. And Cyberpunk is also Studio Trigger and looks really cool
Hmm.
from this thumbnail. And I like Cyberpunk the game, so I'll probably vote for that, and then eventually watch the show.
Yeah.
And Arcane also is like really nice to look at and stuff. It's just like I'll vote for
Yeah,
you.
Arcane's just like a visual masterpiece, but Cyberpunk is like it's Trigger. Like you can't one to one compare anything Trigger does to anybody else because it's so unique.
Okay, best debut indie game. I've played one of the games on the list, and it may surprise you. Um, for the best debut indie game created by an independent studio. So there's Neon White, which actually looks really cool. I think it's like a card. It's like a first person like card game, not card game, but like I think you use like card combat. I think it's that game.
Hmm,
Do you want to double check that for me?
interesting. Yeah, I can
Um,
check.
that's not the game I played. There's a game called Norco, which I have not played. Stray, which is that cat game, which I'm going to play at some point. And then Tunic, which is a game I was really looking forward to and have not played yet. And then Vampire Survivors, which is a game that is an absolute banger, and I'm voting for it.
So
Vampire
apparently,
Survivors is so
Neon
fun.
White, Neon White is a first-person shooter and puzzle platformer.
But it has cards, right? Like it has like
Maybe you shoot people with the
no.
cards.
It's not like actual. It's like command cards or whatever. Like a Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories kind of. I think so, right? I'm
I
looking it
don't know.
up now
I have no
too.
idea. Maybe you're like that League of Legends character who just throws cards at people and they hurt.
Oh no, I'm looking at it.
Like,
There's totally like these cooldowny card thing. I don't know. Who knows?
why is this card just a gun?
See, there's cards or something. Who knows? But have you
What?
played any of these?
I played a little bit of Stray actually.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was really good. It's kind of it's both good and a meme because it's just like you're a cat,
Fair enough.
but like it's very like God. There's like a you can just meow on command and stuff like that. It was something.
See, Tunic is like it's almost like a Link's Awakening style Zelda E, like the remake of Link's Awakening,
Hmm.
top down kind of like Zelda game. It looks really good, and I will play it at some point. But I'm voting for Vampire Survivors because that game is really fun. It's really cheap and like got me into the survivors genre,
Hmm.
and really just sunk a lot of time into it. Really good game.
I
Really
actually did
simple
watch
and
one
just
of my
really fun.
friends. I actually did watch one of my friends play that game. It looked pretty cool. I might try
Yeah,
it one
it's
day.
just a lot of fun. Um, I will say one of the years for indie games they had Disco Elysium on it, and I didn't realize that Disco Elysium is like one of the best games like created.
Yes,
Just genuinely really good. And I'm like, huh, what is this stupid disco game in indie? And I'm like, yeah,
disco
stupid,
game,
yucky. And I'm like, how did that win? Because I didn't know what it was.
man.
And then so now I'm thinking like the game like Norco or whatever. It's just gonna be like, what is that game? It's like the best game of like all time or something.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, I
Content
got really
creator of the
confused.
year. 'Cause, like, yeah, I thought this was
Content, yeah.
anime for a second.
I saw Mob from Mob Psycho.
Yeah, same.
No, okay, so here's some content creator of the year, Matt Fondude. I would vote for that guy. A streamer or content creator who has made an important impact in the community. So there's Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Uh, how would you say this? I
Nibelian?
I don't even want to. I would feel bad because I stream and I don't really know a lot of people. I know
Yeah.
Ludwig, the existence of Ludwig.
Nice.
No Brew and QT Cinderella. Is that like an industry plant?
I don't know, but like I feel like there's lots of those like names where it's like QT. It's clever. I'm like,
I think I followed Nibelian, even though I'm saying it wrong, probably on Twitter. I think I follow
yeah.
them on Twitter.
So I've heard the name Ludwig, but I'm not zoomer enough to know any of these people.
He is like a Smash connection and does other stuff and is
Mm-hmm.
cool, so I'll vote for him. Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like this is the most exposing podcast of my
Yeah.
entire life. I said like Pokimane. I said Pokimay earlier,
Oh
and
no.
I'm just like I vaguely know things from like Twitch, but I'm like the worst streamer in terms of knowing
Right.
Twitch lore and things and people. Anyway,
Man,
best multiplayer games.
I actually did
Uh
play 3 of these.
oh yeah, wait, I've
Not
played.
not a
Okay,
ton, but
I'll count. I've played. All right, let me name the games. So first of all, it's kind of a weird category because it's like it includes co-op or like MMOs or like anything. So it's just anything that has multiplayer in it. So it's just
yeah,
weird.
no two of these games should be matched against each other. Straight up.
Yeah. So there's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I have not played it. I wanted to play it. It's $70. So I'll
Yes.
buy it on sale. It's Call of Duty. I could probably judge it based on every other Call of Duty I've played. It's probably fun. It's probably not worth $70, but it's probably fun for a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Multiverses. I was really enjoying that game when it came out. I haven't thought about it until right now. Have you played? Did you play
Yeah,
any of it?
I played it as well. I kind of the same. Like I when it
Yeah.
came out, I was like, yeah, this is a lot of fun. Then I kind of just like it just fizzled out a little bit for me. I'm sure it's still great. I don't know what like kind of stuff they've added though.
Overwatch 2, it's Overwatch again with
Yes.
I mean I like some of the changes they made. Every time I play Overwatch, quick play or competitive or anything, I just have like an intense rage that burns inside me. Like no meme. Like
Yeah.
it's like a toxic rage that I think is like bad for my health overall. And it's only with Overwatch really. It's this bubbling like extreme rage. I don't know why.
Yeah, kind of the same.
I think it might be because it's like so team heavy, and I
Mhm.
play support. Well, I was playing a lot of support too, so it's just like, what am I even doing? Why am I loading into a game just to like fail?
Yeah,
And
I mean it's very human to want to control things that are beyond your control. So like when somebody does something that quite literally loses you the game and you know it's like and you know it's like there's literally nothing you can do about it, it's really frustrating.
yeah, it's either I'll blame my team or I'll make a mistake, then I blame myself, or like the enemy team will like yell at you or something. It's just there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then it's like not that fun. It's designed to be more competitive than it is to be fun. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I don't know. Then there's Splatoon 3, which I played the first Splatoon. I didn't really like the controls of it because I was console shooting, whatever. I'm sure Splatoon 3 is 3 times as good as the first one. And then there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge on here, which is like
Oh
what
my
is that
god.
game?
I forgot
Dot
about the
.mu made it
it
too,
was
or
like a
published it or whatever.
it's like an arcade game like throwback kind of deal
I
where it's
think
like
it's well, I mean, .mu is the publisher
yeah,
who
I've
they did a bunch of Metal Gear Solid or the Metal not Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Slug emulator ports and stuff.
mhm. I've seen
Um,
some gameplay of this. It looks really good. It's so the whole idea was that it's like drop in 4 player co-op, kind of like old arcade style things, a little like Castle Crashers from what I can tell.
oh yeah, it's a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is a remake or a remaster or something of another Ninja Turtle beat 'em up. Yeah, I don't. What do we even vote for here? It's like
So I can say confidently Modern Warfare 2 does not deserve it.
no, I don't really want to
I
vote for
played
any of
that. It
these.
was it was ugh.
Maybe just
Um
multiverses.
yeah, I
I mean,
think like
Splatoon 3 probably.
if we're talking the most positive impact on the internet, I would say multiverses.
I guess I'll just vote for it. Just the most.
Our
Oh wow, best
criteria
sports
is
slash racing game
who's
F1
ripping off their fantasy
2022.
list.
All right, wait. The best sports slash racing game. All these things are just like a couple of letters and numbers combined, except for the last game.
Yeah.
F1 2022, FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and then Ollie Ollie World or whatever. I'm voting for this one because it looks like it's an indie game and it looks the
Damn.
art style.
I agree, but I had a whole methodology to it, right? So my idea
Okay.
was these first three can't win because they're coming out every year and they're ripping off their fans.
Yep.
Gran
Okay.
Turismo, I don't know how frequently it was released, but judging by the fact there's a 7, I would say not every year, so it's above. But then
Yeah, but I think
Ollie World seems to be about skating, and skating is better than racing, basketball, soccer, and racing again, I think.
yeah, Gran Turismo. Like
So,
I think Gran Turismo is supposed
yeah,
to be a good series, but I mean this game looks actually charming and has like a heart, so I'm gonna vote for it. The little
yes,
game that could.
yes.
All right, best sim slash strategy game. This is where we need to bring in some of our map friends who like stare at map games all the day.
Yeah.
So we got Dune Spice Wars. Was that like a mobile game? Um,
Maybe. I don't know.
Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That's interesting. Total War Warhammer 3, 2 Points Campus, or Victoria 3.
Um, I
Any
know nothing
opinions?
about any of these. However, I like the Dune franchise the most out of these, so I will vote for Dune.
Okay. Uh, I will say I know that the Mario Rabbids games are actually pretty good XCOM like games that people like. 2 Point Campus, I have seen the art of. I don't know what it is. Total War is Total War. And Victoria 3, I have friends who play Victoria 3, and they say that it's good, but it's missing a lot of features because it needs a couple of years to be good. So,
Classic.
Mario Rabbids.
Yes.
All right, wait, but
Mario
I feel like
plus Rabbids.
I'm gonna look up Dune Spice Wars because I feel like this is a mobile game. It's not a mobile
If it's
game.
not a
Okay,
mobile game, we'll vote for it.
it's not a mobile game. We're
It's
gonna
not a
vote for
mobile
it.
game.
Sure,
We're voting
it's
for it.
9 out of 10. There we go. I don't play strategy games.
People like it. Yeah,
My
neither do
brain
I.
is too small and smooth to play any game that requires strategy or thinking.
Best
Ah,
family.
yes. The best family game, aka the best Nintendo game, except for Lego Star Wars.
Yes.
Um, the
Wait.
categories are Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports was a joke. I completely forgot about that, and
Oh my
Splatoon
god.
3.
Mario plus Rabbids was made by Ubisoft?
Yeah, they have a That's well, the Rabbids are Rayman property or whatever. Ubisoft
That is
and
true, but
yeah,
damn.
they have a big. They have like this really nice what's it called? Like they have a collaboration with Nintendo for this kind of stuff.
Okay, I was thinking like, isn't Nintendo always like stingy with their stuff? Like I was kind of surprised, but
Yeah.
man.
Um. So your votes for Nintendo Switch Sports, right? With
you
their
know,
horrible like Fortnite Mii's. They're like not
actually, I
Mii's.
kind of want to vote for it just because there is some like crazy cosmic off chance that it'll win, and that'll be
Nah.
hilarious.
I gotta vote for I would say Splatoon 3 isn't really a game you play with your family. It's a game. It's the more competitive of the Nintendos.
Oh, you know.
Kirby's always good. I didn't play Kirby in the Forgotten Mouthful mode game.
Hmm.
It runs at 30 FPS, which is sad. The most recent two Kirby games run at like the world's most like garbage frame rate of all time, and it looks bad. Well, okay,
Man,
here's the deal. It like looks worse than it could. It would be cool if my Kirby game with the beep boop graphics could
the
look
beep
like
boop.
smooth and run good instead of looking like Bloodborne on PS3. So
Um,
yeah,
technically, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. We have played Lego Star Wars before.
that's
I'm
what I'm
assuming.
thinking.
So
I
yeah,
like your
like
thinking.
we're most familiar with this game. We're the
Uh huh.
closest to having played it.
It's
And I
true.
would definitely play Lego Star Wars with relatives because it is simple and silly.
Yeah, I did that. Lego Star Wars for sure
Yes.
taking the dub here. Okay, best
Best.
fighting game. Now this is a meme. Now this is
Oh
just a
my
straight up meme.
god.
Best fighting game: DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All Star Battle R, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and then Sifu. Now Sifu
Okay.
is not a fighting game. It's its own thing. It is a fighting
Yes.
game. It's a game in which you fight in, but it is not a traditional fighting game. So let's just X that out.
Yeah, I remember the Twitter discourse about that. Like, I remember
That's
one of the devs tweeted, "We're not a fighting game, guys."
yeah, it's an
Like,
odd
what is
choice. Odd
this?
choice.
Uh,
Um, DNF Duel. I haven't played DNF Duel. I've played Dungeon Fighter Online, and the characters are really cool. I heard DNF Duel is kind of not a great fighting game, which is sad
I
because I like the characters a lot.
I know Arc
Um,
System Works knows how to make fighting games,
yeah, but it's one of their like
but
B
yeah,
tier games apparently.
yeah.
It's like whatever. JoJo is like JoJo, but it's also not really like I don't think that's like a traditional fighting game. I think that's like a weird like anime fighter.
Um, Sort
Uh,
of. I can't remember. I've seen gameplay from it before. I need to like look at it again.
Yeah. Multiverses. I mean, I guess I might honestly vote for multiverses. Although I have not played King of Fighters 15. I don't know if King of Fighters is good. I've
I
never
think
played a
we're
King of
actually
Fighters game.
required to vote for King of Fighters. It's
Is
superior
it
to all the.
good?
It's superior to all the other fighters. It's the king.
That's true. It is the King of Fighters. I mean, they wouldn't be the King of Fighters 15 times in a row if they weren't good.
That is very true. They've done
I
it.
don't
They've done it XV times.
honestly. All right, Alva. I mean, I don't know if I've not played King of Fighters. I know King of Fighters is a good series, but I don't know if this one's any good. I mean, multiverses I've played and I know at least is
Yeah,
fun. I'll just
yeah.
vote for that.
This is
It's
what
that's a
multiverses.
meme pick. I'm sorry, but that's a meme category. Okay, best role playing game. Now this is gonna be rough because I'm looking at the best role playing. I'm looking at the categories. There's Elden Ring, which is
Mm,
I wouldn't consider an RPG, I guess, but it should
depends.
probably win Game of the Year. To be honest, it probably is up for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Then there's Live Alive or Live Alive, Live the game that everyone says is really good that I should probably play. I have not played it. Pokemon can go into the trash can. There's Legends Arceus. Triangle Strategy, a game I have not played, and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I am not a Xenoblade fan. I tried playing the first one. I might enjoy it at some point. There's a very specific type of person who is a Xenoblade fan, and they're really into it. And then everyone else in the world does not care.
Mm.
That's kind of how it is. It feels like.
So this is kind of an interesting discussion about role playing games because what people truly define as a role playing game has changed a little over the year. Before you
Hmm.
all you needed was like, like the levels, the stats, the skill trees maybe, depending on the game, the melee combat or sometimes turn based depending on what you're into. But nowadays people are actually looking for like narrative choices or it's like, you're role playing the character in the narrative sense, right? Like it's not that you don't just want to feel as powerful as this character, you want to feel like you're actually living this character's life essentially.
Hmm.
Um, so when I do look at Elden Ring, I do unfortunately think, while while God, FromSoft makes phenomenal games, they I would say the narrative of the actual player is not as strong as other role playing games because it's a little generic. You're usually like some sort of like person who just either stumbled into town or you were like the chosen one and you just have to beat all the bosses basically, and like the lore is very disconnect or isn't necessarily directly connected to the character all the time.
Yeah, and my take on it is I'm gonna vote for Elden Ring for Game of the Year. So this category, I'll vote for something else.
Hmm.
Um, I think that game Live Alive or Live Alive is supposed to be very, very good, and I will vote for
I mean,
that.
yeah, it
Out
looks
of
like
I
it
will
looks like
vote
you
for
got
that. Yeah,
it. It looks like you got your three classes. You got the melee person, the gunslinger, the mage. That's already
yeah,
better than most of the other role playing games.
yeah. You got McCree over there. I mean, Cassidy, shirtless man. He's holding like a bunch of scissors from a desk drawer in the air with telekinesis.
Oh, I'm
Can't
not
really
gonna
see what
lie.
he's
I
doing.
thought that was electricity. I was not looking close enough. Why is
Oh,
he?
is it actually? I don't know what
No,
he's
no, those
doing.
are scissors. Why does he have floating scissors?
I don't know. That's a cool game. Best action slash adventure game: A Plague's Tale, God of War Ragnarok, for Horizon, Forbidden West, Stray, Tunic, probably God of War. I haven't played it yet. I know the
um,
first one was really, really good.
yes. So
Ragnarok's probably really, really good.
I have almost played God of War Ragnarok. I watched. So I don't have a PS5. My PS4 is
Yep.
broken, so I won't be able to play it until it's on PC. But I did watch one of those like game movies where it's like they give you all the cutscenes and like they put like all the gameplay relevant stuff in there. Like it's not a full walkthrough because it's like cut and there's no commentary. But yes, I do know the game. I know how the progression works. I know how like the story is, the combat, all that stuff. So I would vote for it.
Hmm.
Yes, over Stray at least.
Yeah, I mean, and Horizon just gets snubbed for everything because those games are supposed to be very good. I have the
Yeah,
first one, haven't played it yet, but it's just always like it's against God of War. It's like, well, rip.
yeah. Unfortunately,
Uh,
Sony makes a slightly better game every time.
yeah, basically, yeah. um, no, like God of War. It's probably an absolute banger, and I will
Yeah,
play it when I can at some point. Best action game. Did Bayonetta 3 come out?
I
I
don't
don't think
know,
it.
but
I don't think it did.
there's so much drama around this game. I don't even want to touch it.
Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, you didn't hear about the Bayonetta voice actress who was
Oh
yeah
yeah, one of
yeah
those. It
that
was a
was
David
rough.
Hayter situation where they just like, hey, I would have done it. Well, we wanted to like pay me more, and oh, it's like, nope, we'll just replace you. Kind
Yeah.
of deals. Oh yeah, so best action game: Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe Sifu. I heard that's good. Neon White looks cool.
Well, yeah, I know it's not Modern Warfare 2, that's for sure. And since
Yeah,
Sifu got disrespected by being put in the fighting game category, I will vote for it.
sure. I mean, Bayonetta. I played Bayonetta 1 and 2. I didn't. I don't. Is Bayonetta 3 out?
I don't
I
know.
guess. How did I? Is it out? Yeah, I guess so.
October 20th. Jesus. Damn. It's
Why
like
did I? Why did I
over a
just
month ago.
never hear anything about this?
I don't know.
Oh, it came out in October. Yeah, it just passed me by completely. I'm sure the game is great. Um, it's kind of locked on the Switch. They only have Bayonetta 1 on PC. I could buy it on Switch, but it's like it would be really cool if they would put all the Bayonetta games on PC.
Yeah, it's in Switch jail.
Yeah, well, all right.
Oh
Best
no.
VR/AR. We have After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2. I don't have VR. Among Us is funny meme pick, but I think
Wait,
Bone
but
Lab is
Bone Lab.
legitimately like good.
Yes, I'm voting Bone Lab.
Do you know what
I
Bone Lab is?
no,
Oh, I'm pretty
but
sure it's like I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of Bone Lab. I think it's just like weird, almost Gmod-y. I might be wrong.
yeah, the thumbnail looks like somebody's being like divided by a machine or something. I have no
I'm
idea.
voting for Bone Lab because I think I've seen clips from it of memes. So there we go. That's how we did that. All right. Innovation and accessibility. Now the problem is I don't know what accessibility features are in each game. We would actually need to take a minute to research this
I can
to
research really
see
quick.
like what as dusk falls. Oh, that's that As Dusk Falls was that game with like all the JPEGs that moved around. I think the like the people who were. I think that was like the story kind of game with like the weird kind of art style. God of War, Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part One, and The Quarry. I don't know what each. Maybe we'll come back to this, or we'll just
Yeah,
skip it, or I'll just vote
I'm
for
reading up
something.
on them. I can link you the thing that I'm reading right now. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
somebody
probably
goes
not
over all of them like briefly.
okay. Uh, what has the most accessibility options? In terms of I guess
Still
like
reading. So
rebindable controls,
yeah,
colorblind
I
mode.
can read through each one just what they say they do. So as dusk falls, so it says I'll just quote it. These features include various settings for on-screen UI as well as adaptation for gameplay, such as the ability to disable and extend certain timers. Of particular note are the game's text to speech and speech to text settings, which go above and
Okay,
beyond simple subtitling, allowing menu, gameplay, and chat text to be read aloud by a screen reader. It allows for speech to text function that transcribes audio chat between players.
that's good.
Okay, then God of
What does God
War.
of War offer
Uh,
in terms
I
of
need to find the part
accessibility?
where they list the things. Uh, so the game allows for basic actions like navigation assist and controller remapping, as well as the ability to change high contrast presets, extend timers for puzzles, and include direct indicators in the caption for in-game sound. One of the more interesting accessibility features is the auto pickup option, which lets players automatically loot resources if Kratos is about a foot away from them. However, it won't take recovery objects if players' health and rage meter are full. For players who might be overwhelmed by the sheer number of options in the accessibility menu, it also offers 4 presets prioritizing vision accessibility, hearing accessibility, motion reduction, and motion accessibility.
So what you're telling me is the accessibility menu has accessibility options within it.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Um.
Return to Monkey Island, it'd be interesting because that's like a remake
Yeah.
of a point and click adventure.
Yeah. Let me just find where they list the things.
And
So
then
Return to
Last of
Monkey
Us Part
Island
1
offers
and the
various
Quarry.
accessibility options, and the corresponding menu splits them up into 3 categories: video, interface, and text and language. The video category improves motion and distortion effects as well as rendering quality, while the interface category includes options that change the size and appearance of text. The text and language category provides players with subtitles and dialogue options, in addition to interesting and innovative options like previously on in Writer's Cut, the latter of which adds hundreds of extra dialogue lines to the game. This seems kind of doesn't seem like it's good accessibility, but it doesn't seem like above and beyond necessarily, or as at least not
Yeah,
as much as the others. I don't think.
then there's The Last of Us. Which did they
Yep.
remake the remaster of the first game? I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
they
even.
did. Yeah, it
I haven't even
says.
played that game at all.
Yeah, The Last of Us Part 1 offers 3 presets with recommended settings for vision, hearing, and motor accessibility. Presets can be further customized. The game allows for various alternative control options, including controller remapping, input changes for holds and presses, and assistance for aiming, lock ons, and more. It also allows magnification and visual aids, adjusting for motion sickness, navigation and traversal assistance for vision impaired players, combat accessibility, text to speech, and more. Uh, that's it for Last of Us. And then is it the Query? The
The
Quarry?
quarry,
The Query?
quarry,
Quarry?
like quarry, like a quarry,
Quarry in
like
the
quarry in
house?
the house. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
The accessibility options allow players to customize various subtitles. Oh, okay, they're doing this again. The game
Okay.
does, however, allow players to change the settings related to timed events and choices. These include having no time limit, making quick time events always succeed, and expanding interrupt timers. Players can choose to redo character deaths, toggle aim assist options, and more. Yeah, that's it.
I think God of War, the one they said had an overwhelming amount of accessibility. I'm just gonna vote for them so we can move on
Yeah,
because
I do
there
think
was a lot.
as Dust Falls, that looked like it had some cool stuff with like the text to speech and things, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was between that and God of War, I think.
I think we probably spent more time on that category than anyone has ever spent,
Yes.
unfortunately. Um, Best
Oh
community
boy.
support for a video game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. Probably Final Fantasy 14 because it's cool and
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
I
14's neat.
some of these are potential. There are memes that are going to be made about some of these, but yeah. I'll leave it up to your judgment.
See, No Man's Sky has I think won this in the past because it was like, oh yeah, like it was good, but now they're already good. They don't need more praise. They're fine. Fortnite is a Fortnite. Oh wow, it has really good community support because they have $1 kajillion.
I actually don't
Uh,
know if the Fortnite community's happy because every
Probably
time I
not.
hear about like somebody that's not like a literal child playing Fortnite, it sounds like the most cursed experience ever. Like they'll do everything right, and somebody will like bounce across the map and Kamehameha 360 them midair with zero counterplay, and I'm just like, damn, you play this all the time? This
I
sounds
voted for
like
Final Fantasy 14 because
yeah,
it's
I
really
would say
good.
this actually sounds like rigged slots.
Yeah. That this makes me want to like resub and play FF14. I have this weird thing with MMOs where if it's a sub MMO, I just feel like I need to if I'm paying for a sub, I need to like use that entire time. So
Yeah,
what I'll do is I'll just like tunnel vision only play that game and then not play anything else and I'll get really burned out. So
yeah. I don't really play. I played World of Warcraft for like a month, but yeah. Besides that, I haven't really gone to sub
yeah.
MMOs.
Well, FF14 is very good. Best mobile game.
Oh boy,
Haven't played any of these. Let's see.
there are
I mean,
some
I
names
tried
in here.
Diablo a little bit. Apex Legends Mobile, didn't know they had a mobile game. Diablo Immortal, I played a little bit of it. It's just wants your money, but it's not a bad game, but it just like reaches in your pocket. Genshin Impact heard is good, but again, that is just like one of those evil games where it's just like
Yeah,
gacha, gacha, gacha. Marvel Snap is supposed to be maybe good.
I have
I don't
no
know.
idea what that is.
It's a card game. It's their like Hearthstone, but you don't have
Oh,
to buy the
I see.
cards. I think it's like you have all the cards. You can just make It's supposed to be good. I don't know. Tower of
Huh.
Fantasy, I think, is if it's the one I think it is, I think it's the Genshin Impact
Yeah, it's the
like other
new
game.
the new Genshin Impact. Um,
Yeah,
so Diablo Immortal can't win because nobody has phones.
that's true. I didn't
Apex
know Apex
Legends
Legends
Mobile,
existed.
I actually I've looked at it a little bit. It looks okay. Um, I do know they like added perks or something to the game they have to pay for, but I don't think it's particularly predatory amongst the mobile community. It's pretty similar to the base game as far as money stuff goes. Um, I'm not voting for Genshin Impact. I know that.
No, yeah, me neither.
Uh,
I maybe vote for Marvel Snap because I
yeah,
don't
maybe
know how
Marvel Snap.
predatory it is. I think it is not at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what you
I'll vote
described
for
with the
them.
cards sounds non-predatory.
I think yeah, I think it's not. I think it's you don't pay for the cards. I think it's
Yeah,
something. I don't know, but whatever. That's just That's just a not great category.
best indie.
Best
Oh,
indie. Cult of the Lamb I heard is really good,
I
and I will
played it.
play
It's
that.
extremely good.
Tunic. I mean, Tunic is. I really want to play that at some point. Stray, Sifu. Sorry, Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. I'll probably vote for Cult of the Lamb because I know
Yeah,
I
my,
will
my
like that
vote is
game.
Cult of the Lamb. I loved that game. It
Yeah,
was really good.
it's just a game that I know I will enjoy at some point. So
Yeah.
just vote for that. Best ongoing, probably gonna vote for Final Fantasy 14 again because there's a best ongoing game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, or Final Fantasy 14. Well, Destiny 2 just gets worse as it goes on. Apex Legends is Apex Legends good still?
Yeah, it's still good. I would
Fortnite
say,
is terrible.
yeah, I would say if you want to vote for Final Fantasy 14, I would agree because I think I know more, I know a little more about Final Fantasy 14 than you may know about Apex, but I also don't know very much.
Yeah,
So
all I know is with Final Fantasy 14 is they really do support that game like a
yeah,
lot.
all I know is I hear they support it, so good,
Yeah, big support for Final Fantasy
large
14.
support.
Many swimsuits. Big support.
Games for
Games for
Impact.
Impact. I haven't played any of these games. A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.
Exo.
Um, I'm probably gonna vote for As Dusk Falls because it looks. I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, from
That's
yeah, it's.
yeah.
I know
I
the most
haven't
about it
seen
too.
any of these.
I know the most about that one as well. What is an exocolonist?
I don't know. The
I
character has the
googled
toothpaste hair.
I
It's
googled it
probably super serious.
I googled it and the game just came up. I don't think this is an actual word.
I'm just gonna vote for As Dusk Falls and not say anything else because I don't know any of these games and they're
I don't
probably like actually super serious.
I don't know if that's a word.
Best performance: Horizon Forbidden West, A Plague's Tale, God of War. Oh, it's Kratos. Immortality, and God of War the Kid. So who's gonna win in God of War? Christopher Judge. I think he won one of them. He wore the really cool suit that was like it was like the black and white, like cool like suit, and he
Yeah.
went on stage. He was like, "Boy."
Yeah, he said boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably vote for him
Uh,
because his voice is really
wait,
cool.
wait. However,
But
we
the kid
could
though,
vote for the Atreus voice actor so they can both get one. I also heard apparently his voice dropped like while they were recording the
oh,
stuff for the game. So I think I forget whether they had to re-record everything or whether they had to edit his voice. But I think that happening during like a game recording is just an interesting like situation.
that's true. I mean, yeah, we could vote for either, so they both get one. But
Yeah.
I'll leave
So
it up to you because you've seen cutscenes. Who gives a better performance without spoilers? Because I'll play it.
uh that is tough. I think Oh man, like if we're not talking about like just if we're talking about like voice actor performance and not like writing necessarily,
Yeah. I
I
mean, it's
think I
hard to
would.
do, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would lean a little towards Atreus.
All right, let's just do it because I mean, I think Christopher Judge won, uh, or was presenting a category. I just remember him being on the stage going "boy," and I was like, haha, yes,
Open the letter, boy.
yeah. Best audio design, Call of Duty, lol.
Oh boy.
Elden Ring, maybe. God of War, I don't know. Gran Turismo, cars sound good. Horizon
Cars
Forbidden
sound
West,
good.
let's snub them some more. It's funnier to snub them on every category,
So this is
even
the
though it's
one
a good
category
game.
Call of Duty can actually compete in because the audio is very good for this in the last Modern Warfare game. Um, God of War
Hmm.
audio is it's it's pretty good, but it's also like it's what you'd expect from the like fantasy genre. You know, there's not like Call of Duty has like all like the gritty like realistic gun sounds and all the mud splatters and the footsteps and things. Um,
I would not say Elden Ring.
yeah. But yeah, I guess for this one I would vote Call of Duty. Maybe if I played or if I knew anything about Gran Turismo, it'd be there because cars sound good. But
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it actually probably has
yeah,
crazy car sounds. Like they probably record it. They probably individually record it like every single car, and like they're probably
yeah,
very accurate.
they
No,
probably
like I'm
just
not
put
even
the mic
kidding.
up to the car.
No, they probably. I would assume based on because it's for realism and whatever. I'm assuming it probably does have really good sound design. Honestly, would you? I don't know. Do you want to vote for them instead of Call of Duty just because Call of Duty's a meme?
Just to spite Call of Duty, that's
And
so mean.
also, just to spite Horizon because they're not allowed to win
Oh
anything.
man.
Yeah, I'll just vote for Gran Turismo because
Yeah,
I'm
just
sure it
vote for
actually
it.
does have really good audio design.
Mhm.
All right, best
Best
score
score and
slash
music.
music.
Ooh.
Metal Hellsinger. I saw my friend playing that, and the songs were pretty cool. But that's literally a music game, so it's gonna win the category. It's a
Yeah.
rhythm like music game.
Yeah, we can list the
So
other ones though.
yeah, A
Um
Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
yeah. So I don't know about Xenoblade music or A Plague Tale. I would put Elden Ring music above God of War Ragnarok, and I don't know much about Metal Hellsinger.
Well, Metal Hellsinger like is literally
Yeah,
a rhythm
I
game
know
with
it
like a
is
metal soundtrack.
music game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna vote for
Yeah,
the music game in the music category. Everyone's
this
gonna do
is
that.
this is
Yeah,
their
there you
game
go.
version of Game of the Year.
Stray looks all right. Best art direction: Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon, Forbidden West, Scorn, or Stray. I mean, Stray looks cool.
Stray does look cool. So I
I
think
mean,
that Elden Ring and God of War, I feel like these art directions are both fantastic because it feels like I'm watching. It feels like high budget Dragon Ball Z. Like
okay,
if you've watched the first Thor fight in God of War Ragnarok, like that,
I have
it's
not.
so pretty. Like it is so insanely pretty.
And Elden Ring is cool, and like areas look nice, but it's still that FromSoft like jank, like kind
Yeah,
of garbage in a
yeah.
way.
I think Elden Ring it does look very good, but I guess my thing is like it is from soft like environments. Like even if they're literally like different, there's still that thread there that like
Yeah,
it
I know
feels
what
a
you're saying.
little like I've seen it before. Like they are. I think there's some of like the best environments in visually in the entire like in the all the Souls like
Well,
games. But
and the fact that I think the NPCs now their mouths move when they talk, maybe. So I mean,
yeah,
if
I
we're
remember the
comparing
guy.
that against something like a God of War.
I just can't get over the guy that was playing on like the some string instrument, and he was like playing a song, and you could clearly see his hands weren't like. I don't even think the hands were moving.
I'm gonna vote for God of War Ragnarok, a game that I'm putting so many like kudos for that I have not even seen or played, but I just know it will be good.
I also do have a friend who worked on this game, so I'm slightly biased.
Best narrative, obviously Elden Ring has the best narrative.
Yes.
A Plague's Tale, Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, or Immortality. I don't know what
This is
Immortality
a
is.
certified God of War category.
All right, let's vote for God of War. Just again, Horizon's not allowed to win anything because it's unfortunate.
Oh no.
Best
I
game
think
direction. I don't know who. I don't know. who was directing any of the games. It's
God.
Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Immortality, and Stray.
I think the saddest part is I think a big reason why God of War is like as good as it is because it's like there are other God of War games that are before it, so it's like very established, like iconic characters and stuff like that. And Horizon's just trying its best.
It's not even bad. It's just
Yeah,
like, oh look,
it's
here's
really
the
just
other
trying its
games that
best, but
came
it's like,
out.
damn, we haven't been we don't have these characters that you've been playing with in games for almost like 20 years. Sorry.
All right, what about we pick Elden Ring for game direction because it's like outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Yeah.
It's Dark Souls but big.
I will say God of War, um,
Yeah.
it is a fantastic game, but it is not, as far as game design, it is not going to do very much that you don't expect from a God of War game. Like just
Yeah,
raw
but
gameplay.
what about Dark Souls but big?
Yes.
I'm gonna vote for Dark Souls but big. And also game of the year. All right, here's the big category: game of the year. Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I think either Elden Ring or God of War will win. God of War came out more recently. People might be biased toward that and
Yeah,
vote for that.
I'm just very impressed that Stray made it here. That's some of that little
Yeah.
engine that could type stuff. I'm proud of it.
I
Um,
think Elden Ring might. I'm gonna probably vote for Elden Ring just because it was really good, and I still haven't beaten it, but it is
yeah,
really
I'm
good.
kind of 50-50 about it. I will say like God of War, it's still in the honeymoon phase for people. Like it kind of came in like it was big. It's only been out for a couple of weeks. Like, geez.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think it might
maybe it's
win
been a little
on
more than a
based on
couple
that
weeks.
merit that
Yeah.
it's only been out for like it's in people's minds. It's fresh.
How long has it
Although
been?
Elden Ring, when I played that game, I was like, "This is a game of the year." Like as soon as I played it, just because
Yeah.
it's so. I mean, I already like Dark Souls, so it's just big Dark Souls, and I could see myself replaying Elden Ring infinitely more than I would a God of War. I would play God of War probably one time and be like, "This is great," but Elden Ring, I could see myself coming back to and playing a bunch.
Yeah, I
And
think a big
I'm
part of
gonna.
it. Yeah, a big part of it is God of War is a lot of cutscenes.
Mhm.
Like it's literally the stereotype people have about, or the joke people have about PlayStation exclusive, where it's like, wow, I would like some gameplay with my movie. But yeah,
All
all right,
right, I
that was the
voted
last
for.
category.
Yep, I voted for Elden Ring. All right, we'll see what happens. Now, I guess we could go back on this and see what what wins during the actual game awards.
Yes.
Um, and what do you think they're? So they announced stuff at the game awards. What do you think they're
Yeah,
actually
they
going to
did.
announce? Isn't FromSoft announcing a game or something?
I know they just announced like today an Elden Ring update. Like it was like a Coliseum
Oh,
thing, so it's like
oh,
I think it was actually like team versus team PvP or something.
less
Seemed pretty
ooh,
cool,
but
but I don't know.
all right, all
They
right.
might
Do
make
you
it
want to
work.
go over every rumored and leak game announcement for this year?
Sure. I don't know many of them.
I don't either. All right, ready? Here, this is all right. So spoilers potentially for anyone who's going to watch the Game Awards.
Yes.
We're going to be reading these completely unsubstantiated rumors and leaks that I just googled. So, like you said, the first one,
Unsubstantiated.
Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, the Coliseum. Oh, okay. There's actually some like pretty. It says on December 7th, the day before the show. They're opening the Coliseum. Whatever. All right, they're probably gonna have some Elden Ring DLC.
Yeah, maybe they're like
Oh,
announcing this like little update to be like, wow, we have DLC coming too.
okay. These are some wild rumors that I'm reading
Yeah.
right now, and if they actually happen, they'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, some of these
So,
are kind of insane.
Dragon Age, Dreadwolf, and or a Mass Effect 4. That's a kind of that's like a okay. There's really hey a new Mass Effect dropping. Um, I'm just gonna read the title headlines. Horizon Forbidden West DLC, which will
Okay.
be overshadowed by these other hype
Sag.
rumors. Even in the rumors, it's getting
They're gonna
overshadowed.
they're just gonna announce out of nowhere. We're also making a God of War Ragnarok DLC, guys.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2. What? Honestly,
Um,
that sounds really. I don't think it would actually be a Death Stranding 2. I think it would be like some other.
I
Kojima project, but
yeah, I think
I
it would
doubt
be
it.
more likely to be another Kojima project. I did play most of Death Stranding. I didn't quite finish it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad game. It was just a little weird. Like it's oh god, it's like people joke about it being a walking simulator. A lot of it is like this like tension and build up between actual things happening. So it's like it would appeal to people that are into horror, but also it's a different type of horror. So maybe not.
Well, the problem with Death Stranding, I also got like 90% of the way through that game, is you hit a point, spoilers for light spoilers for gameplay of Death Stranding, by the way.
Yes.
You hit a point where you get zip lines in that game. Did you make it
Hmm.
that far
Yeah,
with
I
zip
got that
lines?
far. I got that far.
Yeah, so the back half of the game becomes like winter mountains with zip
Hmm.
lines, and I did an entire winter mountain segment. It took me a really long time with the zip lines, and then I got to, I believe it's um who's the guy who has heart attack? It's Heartman, I would assume. You get to Heartman. He has the heart.
Heart
It
man.
shuts his. He's like, I need to die every 5 seconds to see my wife or something like that. Whatever his gimmick is.
Wait, no way. His name is actually Heartman.
Yeah, Heartman.
Oh my god, I didn't remember
Um.
this at all.
Well, everyone's named like Die Hard Man, Heartman. Like everyone's named like
Yeah, the
whatever.
names are really ridiculous in that
So
game.
yeah, well, I got to Heartman, and I was like, oh wait, I have to do this traversal part again now, and it was like I got to big lore story, and then it was like, okay, now do the filler, do the anime 20 episodes of filler now. It's like when you're in a
Yeah.
good anime, like a good arc, and you watch the whole arc, and then there's an entire filler arc of like 100 episodes you need to get through, and it's just like I'm done.
Yeah,
I don't want to do this.
the game did feel like there was a lot of like filler, like not necessarily padding, but like
Hmm.
yeah, just lots of stuff where it's like, yeah, you gotta make a couple deliveries before you move on.
Yeah, and I liked the gameplay. It just was so like I just wanted it to be over, and it just was
Hmm.
like, oh my god, it keeps going.
Yeah, definitely
Uh,
not a primary game to play. Like
yeah.
you would play that on the side to like I don't know, just get a break from something else.
Other rumors, Diablo 4 just I mean that's not even that bad of a like
Yeah,
a rumor. Like I mean they're probably working on a Diablo 4.
they announced it a while ago. I think they're just saying like there'd be a new trailer for it. And yeah, they've talked about like the classes and all that stuff.
People are saying a potential release date for the Final Fantasy 16, which is like, yeah, all right, that's not
Okay.
that crazy. I didn't play Strangers of Paradise, which is like the Kill Chaos game, which I want to, but it's
Hmm.
on Epic Games exclusive right now and probably for a while or forever. Um, so that's a little sad. Someone saying a remake of Metal Gear Solid 5, a PS5 remake. I mean, maybe, probably not. And even if they do, who cares? Kojima's not connected to it, so who would care?
Hmm. Yeah, that'd be a
Yeah.
little odd.
I'm just looking at I'm just looking at just random garbage on this like rumors page.
Totally fake.
Who knows? Well, that was a podcast, James. How do you feel about the upcoming Game Awards now? Are you excited to see Horizon Forbidden West not win anything? Just lose in every category to God of War?
I'm excited for the Stray sweep.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just realized. Well, we're actually over time because we're 1 hour, 1 minute, but we have the 7 minutes to account for. So, all right, let's just end it here.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
bye everyone. See you on the stream if we do that. I hope we do. Bye.
Bye.